I think the most important thing is to have open lines of communication. We had this during the debate that CNN hosted where we discussed should we be talking to Putin? Absolutely, we should have open lines of communication because the most important thing not to have happen is to have an accident happen where one side or another shoots down one of the opposition's fighter jets. So it's a very messy situation. The question is, are they killing ISIS or al-Nusra? Well, sometimes it's difficult to tell which jihadist group you're killing over there. There are 1,500 different groups pledging allegiance to a variety of masters in that war, and it's very, very messy and difficult to determine who is whom. There have been times in our history when we have allied with people who are less than savory in order to get someone we think is a worse enemy or a worse evil. I think really the first thing to understand is there may be no good guys in this war. You have ISIS on one side and Assad on the other side, and really part of the problem is ourselves, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar poured millions of tons of weapons into that civil war, but that pushed Assad back and allowed ISIS to grow. And remember, only a year or two ago, President Obama, Hillary Clinton, and many Republicans wanted to bomb Assad. I think had we done that, ISIS may well now be in control of all of Syria. So really, I think we have to think before we act and understand that intervention doesn't always achieve the intended consequences.